the next time I'ma see you. I don't know the next
Lights,
time.
camera, and action. What's up, everybody? Is this sufficient? It was funny last time. People were like, "Oh my god, it took me so long to realize that he was filming into the mirror." So I guess I did a good job with the set design. Would it be cool if I zoomed a little? Alrighty, guys. I'm actually very excited for this video because I've been like procrastinating. I've been holding back. I've been keeping things secret from you guys. So I'm really excited to share with you guys, especially today's video, because this has honestly been something that I've been putting on the back burner because I feel like it's too good not to charge people for. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give it away. And if people want to support me, they'll buy merch, and that's just how it'll go. I feel like it wasn't clear in the video explaining exactly where this is all coming from, so I want to make it clear. Basically, I've been thinking about making a course that talks about mindset and, you know, law of attraction, all that woo-woo stuff. And I've been holding back information that I feel like has helped me in my personal life a ton that I was saving for a course, but I decided I'm not going to make the course. So I'm just going to give you guys all this shit for free. And basically what I'm saying is like the next 5 videos are going to be so woke and so dope that I hope you watch every single one of them and like pretend like you paid money for it, because I was planning on doing that and now I'm not. So brace yourself. This stuff's about to be woke as F. And if you have any questions about it, comment below. I don't pretend to be some sort of like life master, life coach or anything like that. I merely read from who I think are the best sources, the people who have sort of figured it out. And I've compiled like the information in my own notes and extracted from it the most essential information. So like if you're a complete beginner to this stuff, if you're a complete beginner to self-development, or no matter how advanced you are, I honestly feel like I have probably the simplest formula to becoming a beast of a person, to becoming someone that you're happy to be, to becoming someone you're proud of, to becoming someone who adds massive value to the world, who can overcome any disadvantage in life, who other people look to as a source of inspiration, and, you know, physically fit, socially amazing, fun opportunities all the time, literally like anything you could imagine, no matter where you are. Doesn't matter if you're broke, if you're rich and unhappy. Like this tip I'm about to share with you guys from my own personal experience and from the experiences of people that I have witnessed use this is like, it's like a magic pill. It is like the thing that can take you from being totally miserable and not liking too much about your life or yourself and getting you amazing results. So let's hop right into it, because you guys are probably curious, like what could this possibly be that I've been like keeping from you guys. And I haven't really planned out too much of this video. I'm just gonna talk, and I apologize if it's disorganized, but the reason this is so amazing, this tool that I'm about to share with you, is that it's so simple. So no matter how disorganized this video ends up being, it's gonna, like, you're gonna watch and be like, oh, okay, now I know what I have to do. And it's mind-boggling, it's awesome, it's gonna really switch things up for you guys. And I'm so glad that I finally am sharing this. And I think like the number one thing I can ask of you guys is to please share this video. Like, share it with a friend who's at least somewhat into this stuff, and they will be very happy that they saw it. So let's get right into it. basically what I discovered through all of my self-development and studying of like reality, quantum physics, neurology, all this stuff, is that the human mind can be manipulated in certain ways to focus on certain things, certain ways of thinking, so that your actions lead to particular results in your life. So knowing that, and I'll try to be a little more concrete because I was like way the fuck out there. Basically what I have found is almost like a blueprint for, it's a series of affirmations that all you do, and I've copied and pasted them, or I've put them right in the description here, and I'll probably put them in the comments, is you copy them. So you highlight all of them, you copy them, put them in your notes app in your phone if you have an iPhone, or in your computer if you don't have an iPhone, or honestly, any type of phone you have will probably work for this, but I know it works on iPhone. Put it in your notes, make a couple copies of it because sometimes you can accidentally delete stuff and you won't want to do that. And what you do is when you go to bed, you select all of these affirmations and you press, you do select all, and then you press speak. And as you're going to bed, you listen to them and you just reaffirm how these things are becoming true in your life, and you allow them to make their way into the recesses of your subconscious mind. What this is going to do is gradually over time, this is not an overnight fix by any means, but over the course of a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, it's going to subtly become a part of the way you think, act, and behave. And as you see when you read these affirmations, or declarations is another word for it, it describes a human being who is capable of massive success and who's on a path to achieve it. Now, that's step one. It's just taking my word for it, copying those things, throwing them in a notes thing on your phone, and allowing them to gradually influence your subconscious mind over time. You can do this multiple times a day, but I recommend that you only do it 4 or 5 times a week, and then leave 2 or 3 days to just allow your brain to kind of process them and just forget about it. And definitely don't do it every day because you need some days off. So why did I pick these specific lines to describe the type of person that I believe is ultimately like happiest? Well, there's a book that I don't even think I've mentioned on this channel called, it's called, funny that I can't remember the name of it. You'll understand why it's funny in a second. Outwitting the Devil. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And it sounds a little bit weird, little woo-woo, but I promise you it is not. So Napoleon Hill is the author. Well, no, it definitely is. It's definitely a little bit out there, but it's very interesting. Napoleon Hill is the author of Think and Grow Rich, which, if you've been following the channel for a while, if you have read anything in self-development, or even if you haven't, you've probably heard of this very scammy sounding title of a book. He's most well known for that one. But what happened is with this other book that he wrote, Outwitting the Devil, he wrote it in 1941, and I think it was 1941. When he wrote it, at the time, it was like he finished it, his wife told him, like, hey, Napoleon, you can't publish this. Like, you cannot release this to the people. Because obviously the title is, first of all, is controversial, but then the entire premise of the book was so controversial such that if he released it, like, people of the time would have probably tried to get him like killed or something like that. I mean, if you talk about this kind of stuff 70, 80, 90 years ago, you would get hung. Like, it would be really bad. maybe like burned at the stake or something. And he exposes a lot in this book that he wrote like 70 years ago, okay? It was put in a safe by his wife, and then after Napoleon Hill died, his family got possession of it, and they put it in a safe. The Napoleon Hill Foundation had it in a safe, and it wasn't until 2011 that they finally decided to release this book to the public. That's wild. Like, that is some Illuminati type shit. Like, that's insane. So I read it in like a day, and it basically, the premise of the book is Napoleon Hill having this this conversation, like this imaginary conversation with the devil. Okay, now I'm not religious. If you're religious, or if you have any religious beliefs, it has nothing to, well, it does have a little bit to do with religion, but it's not like, you don't have to be spiritually connected or believe in anything, or you don't have to not believe in anything to understand this. But like, he has this imaginary conversation with the devil, who basically tells him all of the ways he makes people not enjoy their life and not achieve their dreams. So on the flip side of it, what you get after reading this book are learning the types of ways you have to be as a human, the character traits you have to adopt, the types of thinking patterns you have to have, and the types of actions you have to take on a daily basis in order to avoid being taken over by the devil, being controlled, being just basically someone who doesn't enjoy their life. And this person I have described below. Okay, so I put like he or she. You can replace it with your name, and you have this outline of a person that basically the devil cannot touch. Okay, if you want more on this, I mean, first of all, let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. Is this like whacked out here? Is this like freaking you guys out? Is this resonating with anyone? What do you guys think? Let me know, because I've only talked to a few people about this. Everyone I've talked to about it is like mind blown. But yeah, I've been using these character traits and like as affirmations, as declarations, as like molding my mind to become someone who's like as described below, in addition to other character traits that I have added on my own. And I'll make a video about that tomorrow. But just for starters, I'd like to just sort of explain some of the character traits and the reasoning for them, so that you guys know what you're getting into as you start implementing this into your subconscious programming. Now here's the thing about it. It's like, whether you adopt this or not, your brain is going to be influenced by your environment anyway. Like, you might go to bed watching TV, you might go to bed watching YouTube videos, you might go to bed watching TikTok, you might go to bed reading a book. Either way, you're consuming information and your environment is impacting your brain in some way. So you might as well like you might as well make it something that is influencing your brain is in the most effective way possible, such that you are like positively influencing your mind, so that you're happy the next day, so that you're productive, and you're on a path to helping more and more people kind of experience the same type of thing. So I guess the next step I'd like to go from here is to look at why these lines are there. So for example, the first one is, or the most important one, is having a definite purpose. Basically, Napoleon Hill, in his imaginary conversation with the devil, learns that the devil's primary way of taking advantage of people is through this method called drifting, which is essentially making it so that people don't have any clear, defined goals, which is why yesterday I said you have to have clarity in what you're searching for. or else you're just going to drift. So the devil has people drifting through life, which basically means, you know, like, let's say you have a goal to just get fit. That's not a goal. That's your mind being lazy. That's you showing up to the gym for 15 minutes and leaving because you're a little bit tired. Like, you're never going to push yourself toward a gym goal if you don't have something definite. You're never going to push yourself toward a school goal or a business goal if you don't set something definite. So in the book, the devil says, if you, like one of his biggest tricks is like kind of tricking people into choosing nothing, which is, if you look around, it's like 96% of people, 97% of people right now, like, don't really know what they want. They wouldn't be able to tell you any of their definite goals. They're just saying, yeah, you know, I'm in school, I'm looking for a job, I'm doing this. Like, those are drifters. Are you drifting? Do you want to continue drifting, or do you want to pick something and escape the grips of, you know, negative energy out there and actually figure something out for yourself? Like, what do I want? Define it. That's really the biggest one. There's much more controversial ways that the devil takes advantage of people. I keep putting in quotes, but I feel like it's necessary. But there's so many more ways he takes advantage of people that I don't really want to get into, but that ultimately is the biggest one. And as you guys will see below, a lot of these character traits are focused on independent thought. They're focused on having definiteness in what you do, and in basically just owning everything around you, like having your own community, being the center, being the nucleus, you know, being the proton, like being the core of that electron, and everything else is vibrating around you. Okay, if you notice, what I do and what I've been doing for years, and what social media people do in general, is they create things and people follow. Okay, Gary Vee is a huge example of this. He just creates so much stuff. He documents everything, and he just speaks a lot. And he has a definite goal in life. You know, he wants to buy the jets, and he wants to do it with this plan that he's put in place to create, you know, 200 pieces of content a day, and to just speak and inspire people. And he knows exactly what he wants, and he's taking massive action to get there. He is the nucleus. He is the center of that atom. You know, everything is vibrating around him. Okay? And, you know, I think it's cool. Like, the more and more people that do this, the more, like, we're just going to experience peace and happiness and just, like, cool stuff. And I strongly believe that we're approaching a time, like something big is coming in our lifetimes, where, you know, just look around you. Like, so many yoga studios are opening up. Like, meditation is trending. The Matt Diavellas of the world are growing in crazy numbers. You know, like, the spirituality stuff is just like, it's becoming trendy, but I think it's trendy and here to stay. Like, the wokeness of our world is growing. You know, while some people might argue with, like, politics and stuff like that maybe has a long way to go in figuring out how we can agree and stuff like that. But we are approaching a time where people are finding definiteness, who are finding clarity, who are experiencing that, you know, the meditative state of oneness. And I'm kind of rambling right now, so I'll wrap it up. And I have a lot more in store in my brain for you guys. And I hope this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments what you think. And actually, the last way to support me is follow on Instagram and just, like, engage with all my posts. Like, comment, all that stuff actually helps more than you guys think. And thank you guys for watching. I will be back here with another video tomorrow, in which I'm gonna discuss declarations or affirmations, however you want to call it, but for more areas of your life. So this, like what I shared with you today, is just like the formula for a human being who is just happy, definite, on purpose, and like motivated every single day. What I'm going to add to it is like adding your other external goals. So like maybe you want a relationship, maybe you want your fitness in, you know, under control. I'm going to make a whole video about the rest of that stuff tomorrow. Watch this video again, share it with a friend, a lot of stuff in here, and read Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil. Will guaranteed blow your mind, no matter how controversial it might be. Like there is at least some proof to it. Did I just talk for 22 minutes? Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you in the comments.
Platinum black my shit, put on for the